Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be about the Great Hall and getting it maxed out. I'm getting close enough now to where I can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of maxing my Great Hall. So this type of video is right up my alley. I really like to dive into the numbers and kind of let you guys know about the journey and how long it will have taken me. And then I'm also going to discuss how long I think it'll take most players out there, and we'll have a general discussion about the process of maxing the Great Hall. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first thing I want to touch on is the Great Hall development level that you see up in the very top middle of the Great Hall. Some people that are newer don't really understand exactly how this functions. It's basically just how many times you have upgraded something in the Great Hall. So the maximum development level is 240, and this is just how many times you've upgraded something. So there is 24 different sections in here to upgrade. They can all be upgraded 10 times, and that's what gives you the 240. You can see here I'm at 224, which means I should have 16 more upgrades to go, and that is true. If you go 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 3 is 8, plus 3 is 11, and then over here under resistance, plus 2 is 13, 15, and then the one more here is 16. So when I get all those upgraded, mine will say 240, and that is the maximum Great Hall development level. And one of the most common questions in the raid community is always, especially for newer players, is which areas should I focus on first? And I'll kind of walk you through my thought process now that I'm kind of close to maxing mine out here. I think you really want to focus on your accuracies first, because it just frees up so much gearing. Not having to get accuracy on all your substats, and it makes your teams so much more consistent. You can never get to a 100% rate of placing debuffs, but you can get to like 95, 97% if you have good enough accuracies. It helps you out in the clan boss, the arena, makes your dungeon runs consistent. Accuracy is just so important to get, and it's so helpful to get it in the Great Hall. So I would start there. After that, there's an argument on which is best. A lot of people say defense or HP. Those two are probably next in line. Then crit damage, then probably resistance. That's a little bit more of an end game stat. And then attack, I would say, is definitely the consensus of end game players would probably be to do attack last. So that's what I would do: accuracy, then defense, then HP, then crit damage, then resistance, and then attack. So when it comes to maxing out your Great Hall, I'm going to base it on gold medals, because the state of the arena as of me making this is it's fairly easy to not only get up into gold, but to get into gold 4. We went through a stretch in raid where it was extremely difficult to get up into gold, and everybody was fired up about the arena. It was one of the biggest complaints in the raid community. But since then, I mean, I guess to their credit, they listened and they made it more realistic for people to compete in PvP. Like, I'll just go out and show you. If I go to the arena, this is kind of what gold 4 looks like right now. I mean, basically any player can compete if they're diligent about refreshing their list in the arena. Mostly anybody, once they've been playing for a month or two, can compete in gold 4 if they're diligent about their arena resets. So I'm going to be basing this on gold medals, even though there are 3 different tiers technically in bronze, silver, and gold. And when we break this down into gold medals, it's going to take us 4,276 gold medals per slot. We're going to take that times 24, and that gives us a need for 102,624 gold medals to max out our Great Hall. Now, remember, if you manage your, if you're keeping your tokens under the max of 10 out of 10, you're going to be constantly generating them. That you generate 1 arena token per hour. So you can get 24 there technically. For the purposes of this, I called it 23 because no one's going to be perfect over the course of like years. So I'm going to call that 23 a day in terms of arena token generation. And then we also get the daily playtime reward here, which is going to bump us up to 33 because that is 10 free fights. So I'm saying you should expect to win 30 arena battles per day. And if you are in gold 4, that's going to be 4 per fight. And that's going to be 120 gold medals per day. Now, this does not take into account tournaments, events, compensation rewards, buying refreshes with gems, buying offers in the shop. You can bump that number up in terms of your average medal acquisition per day, but that's what I'm going with because that's the general average day route. I'm saying about 120 gold medals per day. And I do want to mention that there is also a quest in here that gives you 5, so it is technically a little bit more medals. I didn't include that because I thought it would be a good little buffer in case people take time off, or if they have a lower win rate, or if the meta of the current arena changes. So if you're curious, that's why I didn't include those 5, and I kept the estimate conservative on the medals per day. So basically what that means is if you take those 120 gold medals a day and you divide that into the 102,624 gold medals that you need to max out your Great Hall, you get about 855 days, which is just under 2.5 years, and it's just over 28 months. I think it's about 28.5 months, and that's kind of like my average player and how long I would expect them to max out their Great Hall. I think the bonus tokens you get from compensation rewards and those random refreshes you'll buy in the shop and stuff, I think that's offset by how long it takes you to get your account up and running. So I think they kind of counteract each other and balance out. So I'm going to say the average player is going to take somewhere between 20 and 30 months to max out the Great Hall in terms of how the game is structured currently. Now, if the arena becomes a lot tougher and all of a sudden a lot of people are farming in Silver 3 as opposed to Gold 3 and Gold 4, obviously that number is going to shift a lot. But in the current state of the game in November of 2020, at the time of me recording this, I'm going to say most players that are active in Raid and diligent about their account are going to take somewhere between 20 and 30 months to max out their Great Hall. So how long did it take me personally? Well, I've got, let me see, I've got it written down here. I need about exactly 14,000 more gold medals to max mine out. When you add up the places that I still need to pump points into, and you add them all up, I've got 500 sitting here. I think it came out to like 14,500, and I've already got 500 something sitting here. So I need about 14,000 more gold medals. I get about 150 a day because I'm super active. I buy refreshes every now and then. And I've got like a 99% win rate in Gold 4. So I get about 150 a day. You take that, and I'm going to do it in about 93 days, I think it comes out to, that I'll max mine. So I'll have my Great Hall maxed somewhere between 2.5 and 3 months from now. I started playing about exactly 20 months ago. So that means my personal journey in maxing out my Great Hall as a Raid player is going to take me about 22 or 23 months. So I think anybody who does it faster than that is doing a pretty good job. I never really wailed out on my Great Hall, but I was extremely diligent about being an active player in the arena and really prioritizing my Great Hall from the very early days of me playing Raid. So I would say if somebody does it around 20 months and beats me in doing it, they're doing a very good job, but it's definitely doable. The one thing is it's tough to wail out in the arena because eventually you're going to hit a point where you can't farm the teams anymore. Unless you've got like a top 10, 20 team in the world, you're going to hit that point where you just can't farm the teams anymore. So it's really difficult to wail out. If you're going to do it, you probably want to do it on like Saturday or Sunday because your rank is about to reset anyway. So you might as well get as high as you can and farm as many medals as you can before the reset slams you back down to the beginning of your tier. And if you're going to be the type that's buying refreshes all the time and is really diligent about being active in the arena and farming those medals, you probably want a one-person defense so that you can keep your rank kind of low and counteract your super hyperactivity in the arena. But yeah, I just wanted to do a fun one here and talk about the process of maxing the Great Hall and dive into the numbers behind it because I really like that type of stuff. And since I can really see the light at the end of the tunnel on when I'm going to be maxing mine, I thought it would be a good time to have that discussion and kind of reflect on the process of getting this maxed out. So definitely let me know your experience down below if you think I'm off a little bit on it taking about 20 to 30 months for active players that are active in the Raid community and fighting in the arena. Now I would say we've gone through different shifts in how tough the arena is to farm. So right now, when the arena is easy to farm, or easier, I shouldn't say easy because some players are new out there, but it's definitely easier than it used to be 3 or 4 months ago when it was insanely hard. Gold 4 was really hard for me to farm medals, and I was a very endgame player who spent a good amount on raids. So the Great Hall is very important. Great Hall progression is very important for your raid account. So get them while you can, guys. While the medals are hot right now in the arena, it's a good time to max your Great Hall because if we ever go back to how the arena was 3 or 4 months ago, where it's ridiculously hard to get those medals, you're going to be wishing that you got the medals while you could have. So I know now is a good time to to spend those gems on arena refreshes if you got them, and get that great haul pumped up while you can. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.